So now my question to all of you is this: if the Israelites were not black, how would they be able to flee and hide in Africa? That would have to mean that the Jews, the children of Israel, according to the Bible, in order for them to blend in amongst the Africans, they too would have to be dark-skinned people. Also, this is not the first time when Jews, Israelites, fled into Africa. When you go to Matthew chapter 2, verse 13, it tells you how Joseph and Mary, the parents of Jesus Christ, fled into Egypt from King Herod. Once again, if the Israelites were not black, they would not be able to hide in a continent of dark-skinned people. The Jews in the Bible are black. Let me know what y'all think in the comments.
Watch this video, and I'll be right back.
Have you ever read the Slave Bible? Watch this video, and I'll be right back.
Inside Washington's Museum of the Bible, a single volume that is like no other. The so-called Slave Bible, remarkable not for what's in it, but for what's not.
So about 90% of the Old Testament's been removed, and about 50% of the New Testament's been removed. To put it another way, a normal King James Version has 1,189 chapters in it. The Slave Bible has only 232.
Missing are chapters and verses that might have encouraged uprisings. Book of Exodus, redacted. No story of Moses demanding Pharaoh, "Let my people go." Gone is Galatians, and the verse, "There is neither bond nor free, for ye are all one in Christ Jesus." And no Jeremiah. Woe unto him that useth his neighbor's service without wages.
What they've left in are verses such as Ephesians 6:5, which is the famous verse, "Slaves, be obedient to your master."
Looking at this Bible, it's hard to tell that anything's been taken out of it.
That's correct. I mean, it looks like a normal book. For many enslaved Africans, this would have been the first time they were exposed to the Bible.
A Bible selectively edited to instill obedience, using religion to underpin the horror of slavery. When people encounter this exhibit, what lasting impression do you want them to leave with?
But we want to pass the message on that may this never happen again. The Bible itself is a whole book. It's not one that you get to carve up and use this piece or that piece.
The Slave Bible designed to repress rebellion, but it didn't work. Enslaved people in the Caribbean constantly fought against slavery until emancipation.
I think it's very relevant to understand our history. Not just American history, but our African American history, our roots and how we got to this point.
A dark chapter in the history of the good book.
Weird, huh? How they removed Bible verses and chapters and gave that redacted Bible to black people to let them think that it is in God's will for them to be slaves. There are many chapters and books that are missing from the Bibles that people have in their houses today. A lot of these chapters didn't make the cut when it was rewritten. I don't know how many times. The book of Enoch, the book of Esther, the book of Ruth, and so many others. It doesn't really matter where the original Bible was written, because white people have culturally appropriated it, perverted it, and put passages and took out passages that helps them perpetuate their white supremacy ideology. At the end of the day, the Bible that is being sold and is read now in all these evangelical churches, it's not the original Bible. I mean, even the God that they're claiming to serve, not the original Christian God. Do some research. All right. Remember that diversity equal power. We can change the world when we work together and protect black women. Until next time.
Crazy, huh? Like I always say, I'm not here to tell people that there isn't a God. Everyone has the right to believe what they want to believe. I just want to pinpoint what Christianity has done to the indigenous people of the planet. How Christianity and colonization go hand in hand. How white supremacy is synonymous to the religion of Christianity. See, spirituality comes from within, not without. You will not find salvation on a pulpit or in a book. You have to go within and find your personal relationship with whatever God and goddesses that you want to find personal relationship with. But when a religion specifically colonize, steal, torture, enslave a people, That religion is flawed. Whatever entity these people believe in does not care about humanity. It enjoys chaos and destruction. The true Christian God does not. I'm telling y'all, something is off. And P.S., the way this sun is glowing my melanin right now. Are y'all seeing this? I just wanted to add that. But yeah, y'all do some research.
How did Christianity make it around this planet? Well, you do just like your father does it, don't you? Apples don't fall far from the tree. God was doing all the murdering and killing, so did the people. The people followed the book of the Bible, letter, word for word, and then what they do, they went around this planet and murdering every indigenous culture until they got the Christianity on every single continent. Christianity is literally spread by and murder and rape. If you don't believe this, just pick up a history book. Just go to the library and pick up a history book. You'll find out. During the papal inquisitions, when Rome was extending its power and trying to take over the entire planet, they slaughtered and killed over 80 million people under the Pope's orders. Various popes over the years. 80 million people slaughtered, murdered, killed. The museums for the Inquisitions still exist. You can go into Rome and you can go to museums where you see the tools that they would use on people. They would use a pope's spear and insert it into a woman's vagina. And then that spear would pop open inside the vagina and explode from the inside because she wasn't ready to believe in the Catholic religion. They would take a pyramid with a spire on top, or a very long needle, steel. They would raise a man up, bound him by his hands, raise him up, and then they would roll him down onto that spire through his and roll him back up again, and roll him back down again, and roll him back up again until he died. This is how they got the town to say, man, we better follow this stuff or this is going to be us. They would take and go to an indigenous culture. Every continent has been attacked by these people. They go out, and every continent you could think of, they show up with the, oh, we're here to bring you the good news. And then the next thing you know, you get pillaged. They take the chief of the town, bring the chief to the center of the town, call everybody down. Then they burn the chief or kill the chief or torture him in front of everyone and say, now you learn our language and you learn our religion or this is going to happen to you. And that's how Christianity got spread around the planet. It didn't get spread by love and all the good vibes and all this kind of stuff. And we bring in the gospel and the good news to the planet. No, it got spread by torture, murder, killing. And then after that happened to that first generation, but the second generation and the third generation comes, now they're born right into it. They automatically are into it. They're automatically into it. That's it. They're done. They're in. They're in. They're hook, line, and sinker. They're done. That's the new dogma. That's their new belief system. And then they're going to teach it on and on and on and on and on. These people were geniuses, how they put this thing together. Absolute geniuses. That's neuroscience at the highest level. They applied that neuroscience through this text, manipulated it, and used it to manipulate the entire planet, which generates today trillions of dollars globally. Globally, trillions of dollars. And people that are running around here, dropping on their knees and begging for all this stuff. And that's not even how that they got you thinking that's how you're supposed to pray. Drop down on your knees and weep and beg the Lord to give you this and beg the Lord to give you that. That's not how it works. You haven't read the text. You haven't read the ancient tablets. And you haven't read the parts of the Bible that they didn't corrupt, that they forgot to take out. Like the fact that you are gods. You forgot about that, didn't you? That you yourself are God. And that Jesus said, you will do greater things than me. Oh, you forgot about that, didn't you? And all these people, he never said that. Well, listen, anybody on here who want to challenge me and challenge my wisdom, you're more than welcome. Because I guarantee you, you won't be able to even come close to what I know about this book. You won't be able to even come close. You won't be in the same category. Because your total level of knowledge is only the Bible. You have never read a Sumerian tablet. You have never read a papyrus. You have never read a cuneiform tablet. You have never read ancient texts of any type, Indian Vedas. You've never read the Mahabharata, the Bhagavad Gita. You've never read any of the Indian Vedas. You don't even know the source material for the Jesus